Continue walking to the back to do your reach out here. I think I just turned it off. When you're going to be doing a teleconference with counselor here and the veteran over there, you're going to pull this strap and you'll release this monitor, and the monitor can swing out, and you'll have HDMI 2 selected, and the AltaSat equipment will enable you to do that, to conduct that part of the business on board the vehicle. A couple notes of interest here. The file cabinets have these two combination locks. The default on the combination lock is 000, and there's a little flyer cardstock in the info bag that tells you how to change that combination. If you choose to do another 3-digit number other than 3 zeros, you can do that. The word of caution is if you want to, somebody didn't lock it and the file cabinet's right like that, or it isn't latched, and you go driving down the highway, I'll come over here on this side, you get driving down the highway and you go around a turn, and the weight of the files in there is going to have this come out, and now you find that you can't get into the room here without squeezing your hand in there and trying to get that to go back in. So checklist: before you drive or move the vehicle, do an inside check, outside check, everything's secured, doors locked, file cabinets closed and secured, no objects laying on the tables that are going to fall on the floor, so you can safely go down the highway. Not only inside but outside. You're going to want to look on the roof, maybe a sensor field, and it says the dish is down, the warning light isn't on, but the dish is halfway up, and you'll catch that if you faithfully do your walk around. Table in the back here has folding legs, has a attachment angle in the back there. Should you need to remove this table, for example, you want to use the litters, you're going to evacuate a VA hospital and a bunch of VA vehicles after a hurricane or tornado, you're going to do an evacuation. Some of them are not mobile, and they're going to be on board on litter or stretcher, and you want to get this table out of the way, and if you lift this table to about a 45-degree angle, it'll release from the wall. You've got straps, adjustable straps holding them in place. Another thing to check before you go down the road is secure your desk chairs. Data jacks all around the vehicle, inside and out of the vehicle. The electrical drawings there will tell you where they're all located. More USB ports here, in addition to a regular outlet. Ground, that's not a ground fault, and a regular outlet there. Another emergency exit back here, your second fire extinguisher. And we'll take a look at the litter hardware. I used to carry a pocket knife with me, and when I was doing a lot of flying, traveling, I donated a lot of pocket knives to TSA security, so I quit carrying one. So this is the hardware to install up to 3 litters. This is just going to lock in place on the L channel there. This is the release. Squeeze it here. That's your release to get it off of the wall, to lock it in, put it up in place, and drop it down. You're going to take the inboard handle of the litter, and have one here, and another one of these up there on the other upright L channel over there, and lock in the inboard handle of the litter, like so. 1, 2, 3 of the proper spacing. Then you have, get a little more hardware out. There'll be 2 of these straps. One over here, the other one will be up there on the overhead hook. And opposite, these opposite of the inboard supports. You can adjust the height by squeezing. First, let's lock it in down here. I don't think we're going to do that. Just lift that out of there. If you were going to use these, you would take and pry out these rubber strips and get those rubber strips out of there. And you would take one more item out of here. There it is. It's in the container. These are the floor clips, and you would have this rubber strip peeled off, and this will lock in just like they lock on the wall there. And the release is just to pull up, and that'll unlock it to get it out of there. So this will be locked in, and you'll put this hook on at the bottom, and you'll pull the strap to get tension on the strap. And this is the outboard litter handle. Inboard, outboard, same thing, matching over at that end, and that's how you install your litters. Should you ever need them. Other items in the back room that we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about the freshwater tank or the articulating sofa. Some of the sofas, they have a couple of seat belts. Yes, there's 2 pairs of seat belts. They'll need to be threaded up through between the bottom of the upright cushion here, and that'll swing out like so and go down like so. That's called your articulating sofa. Underneath the sofa is your fresh water tank. There's your fresh water tank drain. There are sensors on here so that the system monitor panel in the bathroom can sense how much fresh water you have. You have a winterized valve back there. Since this is going to Puerto Rico, we don't need to talk a lot about winterizing, but if it's going to an area where it's below freezing, just quickly, you'll have a gallon jug of this pink antifreeze sitting here. Remove the cap, stick this down into the jug, turn the winterized valve in the back there, and now when you turn on the water pump, it'll be drawing antifreeze out of the antifreeze jug. You open the sink faucet, flush the toilet, and when you see pink coming out in the bathroom, you're done. It's winterized till the springtime, and you flush out the antifreeze and put in fresh. You've got about 40 gallons of fresh, about 40 gallons of black, which we'll look at when we go outside.